Welcome to the debate. Should we go straight into the debate as far as Rahul Gandhi, the Congress party and the challenges before the Congress party are concerned? Randeep Surjewala, good evening and welcome. Joining us from Chandigarh, Meenakshi Lekhi has a phone to her ear. I hope I get her attention very soon. Miss Lekhi, you're always so busy. Yes.
Give me 1 minute. Give me one minute.
Okay, we'll give you 1 minute. Okay. Naresh Gujral, welcome to the debate. And Dr. Mehboob Beig, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Mehboob Beig, who do you think Sharad Pawar was talking about when he talks about a weak leadership of the Congress party?
Sorry?
Who do you think Sharad Pawar is talking about when he talks about a weak leadership of the Congress party?
No, this is for Sharad Pawar to answer. This is not for me to answer, Arnab. I am not Sharad Pawar, I am Mehboob Beig, please.
No, I know that, but you want any, who do you think, who do you think he's talking about?
No, you can ask me about National Conference. I know.
So you agree with this assessment that the Congress party has a weak leadership?
Abundantly clear. So far. No, I don't. I don't.
You don't think so?
Simply a defeat in fourth stage doesn't mean the leadership is weak. No, I don't think so.
Naresh Agarwal, what do you think?
Old party, it has seen ups and downs. Yes, it has seen. Right now, it is.
Naresh Agarwal, what do you think? Who is Sharad Pawar talking about?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Mr. Mr. Naresh Gujral. Who do you think? Who do you think Sharad Pawar is talking about when he says that people need strong, decisive, and result-oriented leaders? They don't want weak rulers.
It is absolutely clear that he's hinting towards the family. What he's trying to say is that the family enterprise is just not working. We always had a weak government. We had, in fact, a lame duck Prime Minister after Mr. Rahul Gandhi insulted the Prime Minister over the ordinance, and now we have a lame duck government as well. So this is very clear that Mr. Pawar is hinting at this weak leadership of the Congress party, which is led by Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and her son, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. It is absolutely clear. The poor Prime Minister is only a little pawn in the game.
Why do you call him a poor Prime Minister being a pawn in the game? You think he's being asked to take responsibility for what he is not responsible for? He's become a scapegoat?
Because we all know that in UPA government, power and responsibility are totally divorced. He only has the responsibility, the power lies elsewhere. He only follows orders. And now he's being insulted time after time. So I think the game is up now, and the country cannot afford to have a comptroller government anymore.
Right.
We need to move on. So I hope that they will have the good sense to call early elections.
There was a Congress party meeting today. I'm going to go to Mr. Surjewala in just a minute. But Meenakshi Lekhi, what do you think is the real crisis of the Congress party? Before we go into details, issues of prices, corruption, and such issues which the Congress party top leadership has been largely silent about, Mr. Surjewala. Okay, you want to intervene? Yes, go ahead.
There is an important issue I wanted to, with due regards, Mr. Gujral is a seasoned politician and he comes from an illustrious family. I take very strong objection to the kind of language that he is using for Prime Minister of the country. One can disagree in politics, which is very fair. One can have difference of opinion in politics.
It's a sad thing that you have reduced him to this position. I have deep respect for him.
Sir,
you have reduced
Prime
him to this
Minister
level.
of the country who comes from your state, it has been said even for Janata Dal Prime Minister.
I have deep respect for the Prime Minister. Unfortunately,
even for its
the family has reduced him to this stage.
I think just because a notification on convicted lawmakers is rejected by the Congress Vice President does not make the position of the Honorable Prime Minister weak.
But that's not what we are discussing. We are discussing I think this is I think what Mr. Surjewala
one has to
Mr.
choose
Surjewala
one's
is a very
words
astute.
more carefully.
He's a very astute
while
spokesperson for the
denigrating
party.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Surjewala is an astute spokesperson for the party. As an astute spokesperson for the party, he has in his quiver 3 or 4 diversionary arrows. And tonight he has just fired the diversionary arrow of Dr. Manmohan Singh. He knows we are not discussing Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Absolutely not, Arnab.
He knows we are not discussing Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Speaks in such derogatory fashion and in such words.
So your protest has been registered.
Somebody who is far elder in age to Shri
I hold him in
Gujral,
deep respect.
as also none less
are
than
the ones
holding
who
the
reduced him
office
to
of
this
Prime
level.
Minister. Dignified words and position should
The
be
young, arrogant man of the
should
vice
be
president of a
expressed,
political party
and
has
difference
reduced
of
the prime
opinion
minister
can
to
be
this level.
expressed, Gujral Saab.
Meenakshi Lekhi, is the Congress party facing a leadership vacuum at the top? Let's go into that first. Let's begin the debate which we have to. The reality check for the Congress party has to begin with asking itself whether it's blaming everybody except Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
You see, when you were talking about just a minute ago about price rise and corruption and several such issues which are being faced by the country, I call them symptoms. And symptoms are symptoms of an ailment. And the ailment is basically the leadership crisis in the Congress party due to the manner in which Congress party is constructed and it functions. The construct of the party is not based on leadership which is developed over the years based on meritocracy, but it is a leadership which is based on aristocracy and based on your place of birth and the family you come from. And when such things matter in politics, obviously the country has to pay the price, and we have seen in past 9.5, 10 years, the country has paid the price, and today the devaluation of money is such large that rest of the country is not in a position even to pay any price. So that is the moot cause where diarchical system is working, where a particular person holds the power, but the responsibility lies with another person. On the ishara,
How long
or
will
the
you shield
signal
him?
of one person,
How long
the
will you
thing
shield
has
him,
to-
Randeep Surjewala? How long will you shield him? You see, not once has he spoken on the price rise. You ask anybody today, and if I open the phone lines, you'll get a sense of how people are suffering. Mr. Surji, they are really suffering under the price rise. Today, you know, the average middle class person cannot afford to eat half the things which he would have 4 or 5 years back. You have snatched away food from the plates of most Indians today. Arrogant comments have been made about why people shouldn't complain too much, and even comments to the effect that, you know, people are eating more, which is why prices are going up. You know, this is the Marie Antoinette approach to prices. Why did Rahul Gandhi not speak once on prices? Now is the time to ask that question. He says today that I am going to get into the politics of empowerment. What about empowering people with some food? What about empowering people with some food, Mr. Surjewala? Why has Rahul Gandhi been quiet on prices?
Arnab, if you permit me, 3 issues have been raised here, and let me very quickly in one line
prices
answer
is the
all
most
3,
important
including
issue.
the one that you just raised. Yes, let me start with that. Price rise is a matter of grave, serious concern. Price rise to an extent, and to a large extent, I would say, has hit us in the 4 states. But we must not forget, and let me remind you here, as also your viewers, that price rise, while it is a matter of concern...
Why has
and
Rahul
Government of
Gandhi
India
not spoken
needs to
on
be far more
prices?
sensitive
I am going to
it.
come to scams later. Why does Rahul Gandhi not speak on prices? Mr. Surjewala, is he embarrassed of talking about prices? Why does he not address the issue up front? Why does he not apologize to the people on prices? He in fact said, no, Mr. Surjewala, he said in 2011, he says when he was asked that Indira Gandhi could control prices and corruption, and why the UPA government is not able to control prices and corruption. You know what Rahul Gandhi said, Mr. Surjewala? He said at that time it was a single party government, today it's a coalition and I have some compulsion. So he sounds exactly like the Prime Minister.
Let's not continue to quote him out of context.
I am quoting him in context.
Let's not continue to quote him out of context, and I do not know why you don't have the patience today to listen. I heard you very patiently.
No, but why does he not talk on prices?
Give me... Give me 1.5 minutes to answer.
Yes.
Give me half a minute to answer.
Yes, but then we'll get
and
responses from the others. Yeah.
Congress President yesterday said, and your channel played it out, Congress Vice President Mr. Rahul Gandhi yesterday said, yes, price rise is and should be a matter of grave concern for Government of India. But let me also remind you, price rise is the responsibility cumulatively of the state governments and central governments. Is it just a coincidence that the onion, tomato and potato prices, we all know that onion crop is grown both in the state of Maharashtra as also, and I pointed that out on your channel yesterday also.
What is your suggestion?
As also in the state of Madhya Pradesh.
My question is, why was he silent on prices? No, 1 second. I listened. No, you said he spoke about prices yesterday. You speak about prices for the first time after being a member of parliament for 2 consecutive terms. And you're speaking about prices after suffering the rude shock. And immediately after you say that it's an issue, it took you 10 years to realize this, the price rise is an issue? Meenakshi Lekhi? I want your response on it. And I'm not quoting Rahul Gandhi out of context. In 2010, when he was asked about prices, he says, leave it to the Prime Minister.
Mr. Surjewala.
Meenakshi Lekhi, prices is the key point.
Mr. Surjewala, if I go by what you, we are discussing the prices, and according to you, it's both the state and the centre's responsibility. I don't think any state would want prices to be high so that it suffers anti-incumbency if the centre is willing to help the state. Now, there are several states which are run by the Congress governments, or the parties which support the Congress government in the centre are the ones who are running the government in the states. Why are you not able to control prices for those states? So your statement and your content is basically bereft of the logic, and if you are making this statement is basically also showing the malgovernance which is going on in this country. Price again is a cumulative factor of many bad policies, and those economic policies which affect the farmer, to the trader, to the shopkeeper, to the import policy is what you need to look at.
No, but Meenakshi Lekhi, as Rahul Gandhi, have you heard Rahul Gandhi speaking on prices? Have you heard Rahul Gandhi speak on prices even once?
I haven't heard Surjewala ji to speak on this subject. I haven't heard any Congress leader
Mr. Gujral wants to come in.
sharing the plight of a common man.
Mr. Gujral, have you heard Rahul Gandhi speak on prices, or is it not an issue on which there should be a one-on-one debate, an open debate?
What Meenakshi ji must also understand is that are the prices of onion not as high in Surat and Ahmedabad? Are they not so high in Madhya Pradesh or Chhattisgarh?
So that is my point.
What has the BJP government done?
That is my point.
No, first
what
of all,
has the BJP government done? What the UPA government has done, madam, in last 9 years is given farmers remunerative prices. Let me just quote you price of one crop. In 5 years of NDA
you have looked at the country as vote banks.
You have looked at the wheat by 40
how many farmers have committed suicide?
A quintal. But you must also
understand, you're
understand
not getting the point.
That in NDA rule, the MSP of wheat was increased by 40 rupees. And we got it at 540 rupees a quintal.
Mr. Surjewala, there are statistics to prove.
What was the inflation rate at that time? Sir, what was the inflation at that point?
Who did that?
Answer the question. She's asking you a question. 1 second. Yes, Meenakshi Lekhi.
What is the inflation rate? What is the general economy? What is the agricultural growth rate? What is the industrial growth rate? Everything has gone down, Mr. Surjewala. You can't just pick up one price and start talking. What is the current account deficit? What is current account? No, you're again.
Today the agriculture growth rate is one of the finest growth story of India.
You are again misquoting.
No, I'm not misquoting.
Again
you kindly,
misquoting
madam,
the employment.
check your facts again.
No, you're misquoting. You're misquoting.
I
have checked my facts, and you are again misquoting during this period.
Consumption has gone up.
Minimum
agriculture
wages
growth has gone up, which was
minimum
almost
wages.
negative during
Mr. Surjewala, no, 1 second. We are not having some academic discussion. No, 1 minute. We're having a political debate. I'm coming in, please, with your permission. No, I'm coming with Miss Meenakshi Lekhi. Miss Lekhi. See, we're not having some academic discussion.
Crore was the relief.
Mr. Surjewala, please listen to me.
For the first time
Mr. Surjewala, listen to me. I ask you a simple question. Please listen to me. Please listen to me.
UPA government gave to farmers.
Sir, please listen to me.
It's not an academic discussion.
No, please.
What tax?
Meenakshi, don't respond. 1 minute, Mr. Surjewala, listen to me. I'm asking a question.
To overall benefit.
Mr. Surjewala, please, we're running short of time. Please listen to me. My question is simply this. I'm asking a political question. And please don't interrupt. I am asking a question. Why, if you have so much information, I have not heard Rahul Gandhi speak on prices. Sir, if you go anywhere from a market to a supermarket to a mall to a college, anywhere you go today, the one thing everybody is talking about prices. And the one thing Rahul Gandhi never talks about are prices. The one thing Rahul Gandhi and Congress party are challenged on is the inflation and prices. But mum's the word from Rahul Gandhi on prices. I'm going to come to the other issue which Rahul Gandhi doesn't talk about. He doesn't speak on prices at all. Because maybe I want to get Naresh Gujral in. Naresh Gujral is that too defensive an approach. Talk about prices.
But you must not forget with
Naresh Gujral. Naresh Gujral's turn, Mr. Surjewala. He wanted to say something, Mr. Gujral.
Responsibility of state government.
Why does the party's vice president choose to never speak on prices? That's all. What he says is your business, but I haven't heard him speak on prices. I say today, let Rahul Gandhi give an interview here on this channel on prices. We'll ask him a few straight questions on to the extent to which central government is responsible or not, but we haven't heard him talk about prices. And I'm asking those straight questions because this country needs an honest post-mortem of what has led to this election, sir, and there's a message in this election. That message is you cannot choose to talk only about the food security bill and minority, majority, secular, communal divide. That is an old script, an old record. Break that record and throw it out and talk about the new record about what affects people. Give up vote bank politics. Get real if you want your connect with the young people of this country. You want to divide the country or spend your way to victory. It is not going to happen. There may be some people in the Congress party who are telling Rahul Gandhi, listen, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, this is the way to do politics. Well, they're all wrong in that case and this election has proven them wrong. Let's get Naresh Gujral in once, and maybe young leaders like you can tell him that. Naresh Gujral.
Words you completely forget that
Naresh
Mr.
Gujral.
Rahul Gandhi also spoke about Jawaharlal Nehru urban renewal.
Naresh Gujral, Mr. Surjewala.
15,000 crores.
Mr. Surjewala.
In the hands of various state governments.
Mr. Surjewala, give Naresh Gujral an opportunity.
Spoke about Mahatma Gandhi Narega, which created 244 crore days of employment for the scheduled caste.
Mr. Surjewala, give Mehboob Beig and Naresh Gujral an opportunity, please.
Delhi, Mumbai, industry.
Sir, also one of the message of the elections is to give space to smaller parties.
Of jobs.
Mr. Surjewala, please give Naresh Gujral an opportunity. You see, Mr. Gujral, you asked me this afternoon whether I had rested.
You know,
1 minute. Mr. Gujral, on a lighter note.
As you want.
No, Mr. Gujral, on a lighter note.
Please do not quote him selectively.
Mr. Gujral, Mr. Surjewala, I'm even forgetting names. You asked me this afternoon when you said you were confirmed coming on the program. You asked me whether I had rested. I have been speaking for 17 hours yesterday. I have no ability to compete with you or stop you when you are in full flow. I give the opportunity and request you to let Mr. Gujral come in, please. Mr. Gujral, why is Rahul Gandhi not talking on prices? Your response.
Well, I think that would be the understatement of the year, Arnab.
1 minute, Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Gujral, yeah.
Arnab, Mr. Rahul Gandhi did speak. And he said, poverty is a state of the mind.
Yes, exactly.
Now, if a leader says that, it only reflects a very poor state of the mind. This country has now very unequivocally given one message. They want a leadership which is full of ideas.
That's right.
Which is ideas which are out of the box. Ideas which they can implement with zeal, with passion, with honesty, with commitment.
Yep, absolutely.
This is what the message of this election is.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is.
And one more thing, they've also said bye-bye to the politics of booze, bye-bye to the politics of money, bye-bye to the politics of muscle power, and bye-bye to the politics of paid news.
Who's booze? Who pays their way through?
That
No,
Gujarat
you're again
has an
accusing.
issue coming from a state which has not paid salary to its employees for 7 months, the state of Punjab, where the world WHO indicators
We manage to win elections. We don't lose elections like you do. We won the re-election.
Afflicted by drugs.
You have lost the election, so you have no mandate to
You won
speak.
the re-election.
1 second, you don't get into a bilateral Haryana-Punjab dispute here. 1 minute.
Flows in the state of Punjab.
1 second. 1 second.
But
You
I'm
don't-
happy that you realize that.
No.
that
We are
the
discussing,
influence
Rahul.
of
You see,
drugs and liquor.
you see, again,
in politics.
I said today.
Mr. Surjewala, 2014 will show where you stand and where we
I said
stand.
today that he has 3 diversionary arrows in his quiver. He shot his first diversionary arrow was the Prime Minister. He has just shot the second diversionary arrow, which makes things into a Congress versus a state government dispute. The second diversionary arrow has also flopped, Mr. Surjewala. I am asking, why was Rahul Gandhi silent on scams now? Have you heard Rahul Gandhi talk on scams? Not once. Have you heard Mehboob Beig? 2010 to 2011. CWG scam, 2G scam, Devas ISRO scam, Adarsh Kargil for profit scam, Aircel Maxis scam, and God knows how many scams. Dr. Mehboob Beig, did you see the young leader of the Congress party speak even once on scams?
Rahul, what he said yesterday, I think that was very relevant.
No, I'm talking
He said
about all these
people
years.
From 4 states have spoken. We have heard them here. We have heard them here, and we will address them. Yes, Congress has been defeated
I am
in 4
asking-
assembly elections, but that's not the end of the game.
I am not
And
saying
don't
end of
make
the
it
game. I am
semi-final
saying
and
I am not
final.
saying end
now
of the game.
We'll go into Lok Sabha elections.
I am saying the whole country is talking about inflation and scams. There are 2 issues.
The country will speak. Yes. That's a very important issue. Who says no? Who says no? That's why perhaps that must have been one of the reasons that Congress has been punished. And therefore Congress should look inwards, introspect, and come out with the solutions and go for the Lok Sabha elections in a better mold, in a better frame of mind, by addressing the issues which people have said, which people have spoken.
The question is, Meenakshi Lekhi, I have not seen,
and that's what they
I have not
started
seen
doing.
an elaborate statement from Rahul Gandhi on scams. The eagerness with which he speaks about NREGA subsidy schemes, this food security bill, secular communal politics, etc.
NREGA is not a subsidy scheme. Let me again say it's
did I club it? Did I club it
crores
there?
and crores of mandates of employment for the poor,
Your
for
third
the scheduled
diversionary
castes,
arrow
for the
from your quiver.
tribals in remotest of areas of the country.
Am I talking about that?
It is completely uncharitable. It is also unfair to say that MG Narega is a charitable scheme.
No, 1 second, Meenakshi Lekhi. No, I am not. You see, no, again, you see, again, this will not work. You see, this. No, my question is, Mr. Surjewala.
Ensure that the poor and the downtrodden get crores and crores of mandates of
But
employment.
Mr. Surjewala, are we talking about that? This is your third diversionary arrow from your quiver.
Can I ask you one question?
Meenakshi Lekhi wants to ask you a question. Meenakshi Lekhi.
Mr. Surjewala, I want to ask you one question.
Mr. Surjewala, Meenakshi Lekhi wants to ask you a question.
Mr. Surjewala, I have a question. I have a question for you. I have a question.
Arnab, it's your job to ask questions.
It is your job.
If we are going to run down schemes like MG Narega in this fashion on a program, we expect at least Arnab Goswami to appreciate.
But Mr. Surjewala,
an election.
But
that does not mean
but
that the largest
Mr. Surjewala
scheme of the world.
But Mr.
is
Surjewala, I would
no.
But what are you, Mr. Surjewala? This is your third diversionary arrow from your
Mr.
quiver.
Surjewala, can I intervene?
Miss Meenakshi Lekhi wants to say something to you. 1 second, Meenakshi Lekhi to Mr. Surjewala, who is in full flow tonight.
Mr. Surjewala, I'll have to be rude enough to butt in, but at the cost of sounding rude, I am going to speak.
Speak.
That the third or the fourth diversionary tactic is not to allow others to speak, and I think I will have to speak and intervene because you're not letting me ask a question. My question is very simple. That is, Manrega only Manrega. No, since we are in a discussion, I have every business to ask questions and raise the relevant point. The point I'm making is that Manrega is much touted, a wonderful scheme by you. I have twofold question. One is the kind of development which has happened by which you have empowered and benefited the states. Kindly give accountability so far as that is concerned. And if it was such a wonderful scheme, why did you reduce the money available for the states under this scheme?
No, but are we discussing that? Meenakshi Lekhi, we are not having a discussion on Manrega. No. We are not discussing Manrega.
I am saying, since we are discussing
let Meenakshi Lekhi, she's completing a comment, Mr. Surjewala.
And we can go to scams.
But
since we are discussing scams, and scams are from A to Z. I mean, by every letter, you can. Sir, I will hear the answer.
Madam, but since you raised the question, at least let us hear the answer.
And A to Z is the
I am also going on that statement.
With every
244 crore days of mandates of employment generated. And if it was such a bad scheme, Meenakshi ji, then the state of Gujarat has generated 17 crore mandates, taking advantage of the same MG Narega. The state of Madhya Pradesh generated 80 crore mandates of employment across Madhya Pradesh by taking advantage of the same Manrega.
Yesterday there was the result. Mr. Surjewala, you are reading the data there. 1 second. You are reading something from your papers out there. Let me interrupt you now before you finish reading that paper. And once, Meenakshi Lekhi, I told you, Mr. Surjewala, that I cannot compete with you. But if I need to, I will. Mr. Surjewala, please listen to me now.
Employment generating scheme of this country, which has changed the way
Surjewala, on the lighter note, today is Mrs. Gandhi's birthday and it is Anti-Corruption Day too. And I would have preferred Mr. Rahul Gandhi coming up with a statement on corruption.
Can I say one thing? Can I please come in for a minute between both of you? Please, please. I am asking a simple question, so I don't know what's going on. I asked a question, why has Rahul Gandhi never spoken on scams? In the course of my question, I made an alphabetical response to Narega, and Mr. Surjewala has taken off on a 5-minute defense of Narega. I am asking you, Mr. Surjewala, please, now answer my question. Tell me, when did Rahul Gandhi speak about scams? Give me one comment right now, right here, which you remember of Rahul Gandhi on some of the scams which have happened in UPA too. Let's hear it.
Arnab,
yes.
Consistently,
no,
persistently,
not once,
conscientiously,
never,
the Congress party as also its leadership, including Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has been speaking about transparency and accountability.
I am asking you whether there's been... Meenakshi, you remember that?
Congress president
Meenakshi, you ever remember a time?
Vice president who
Meenakshi,
I don't remember. In the name of transparency, RTI is talked about, and that also without giving credit to the previous government which brought a right to information in a different format.
Including Mr. A. Raja, when wrongdoing was alleged. Wrongdoing is yet to be proved in all those cases. We must not forget that the Prime Minister of the country and the Congress President
has he made a comment on, for example,
decisively?
Has he, Mr. Surjewala, has he made a comment?
I would be very interested on the files.
Mr. Surjewala, let me ask you one thing. Can I say one thing to you, Mr. Surjewala? Mr. Surjewala,
I would be very interested in Augusta Westland.
Does Rahul Gandhi not know about these scams, or is he choosing not to talk about them?
I want to point out very respectfully to you, and you are knowledgeable yourself, the Augusta Westland project, none less than the Defence Minister of the country has said that he is looking into it, and if he finds any wrongdoing, then the project will not be awarded and will be rejected. So we can discuss issue by issue. I have no difficulty.
CBI sent when they have come back home without anything while they should have been investigating in Delhi and Chandigarh?
Accountability, the courage of conviction. The courage of conviction was with the Prime Minister of the country.
You made up your mind.
Should be registered.
Well,
I see that.
But the criminal cases
were
Naresh
Gujral and Mehboob Beig.
Defense Minister who is
undertaking an investigation.
It is the police.
I feel this reflects.
Police cannot go to.
I feel Mehboob Beig. Let me come back to you 1 minute from both of you. I am asking such simple questions.
While investigation
Sir,
rests
no,
in
Meenakshi
Chandigarh.
Lekhi, let's not get into legalese. I'm asking such simple questions about whether the leadership of the Congress party needs to look at the issues it has raised. I asked one question, why does Rahul Gandhi not talk about prices and inflation? Secondly, why does Rahul Gandhi not talk about scams? Now you tell me, Mr. Mehboob Beig, do you think it is possible in today's world not to talk about the subjects that the whole country is talking about and to talk a different script? You know, you're reading from a script, I will change the country, etc. I want to empower people. But on the roads, people are saying, why are prices high? Why are your people making money? Why are these scams happening? You don't talk about all of them. Tell me, Mr. Mehboob Beig, despite being an ally, is it possible to continue politics in this fashion, in this academic fashion? Is it possible to do that in today's India?
No, you are right. You are absolutely right. You have raised two important issues and those need to be addressed. You can't wish them away because people have seen scams and scandals. Unless you make them accountable, whether it is Congress, BJP or any party, because people are looking up to you. Corruption is an issue which has to be addressed. Unless and until it's addressed on priority, on war footing, people will become desperate. People will become cynical. So whether it is Congress or BJP or National Conference,
will you be
or any
honest
other
with the
party,
Congress today,
if
Mr.
you want to save the
Mehboob Beig?
political system,
Mr. Mehboob
we
Beig,
have...
Mr. Beig, can I ask you one thing? On so many issues, on so many occasions, right?
Yeah, please.
You know this, that I have found disagreement with the policies of the Jammu and Kashmir government. I have personally, criticized the approach of Omar Abdullah, and you know, I have been very direct about it. But let me say one thing, that Omar Abdullah has been honest enough to say something in a series of tweets yesterday.
That's very unfair because you have been...
No, I know I have been, you may think I have been unfair, but I also say this thing, that Omar Abdullah has said something very brutally honest yesterday.
Yes, Arnab, you have been very unfair with our government.
Yes.
With the...
I know your view. I respect it. And many politicians feel that way about me. I respect that as well. But I would also give credit where it is due. Because Omar Abdullah says as an ally yesterday, listen to me, he says, voters will see through crude attempts to buy support with last-minute populist schemes.
Please.
I think he's being very honest. What is he talking about? Can you please tell Mr. Surjewala some straight talk tonight from you as well, like your party leader has done?
Absolutely right. Arnab, he has been honest and absolutely right. That's what has happened perhaps in Rajasthan. And Congress should look into it, should introspect, and they have already started doing it. Because they have to survive as grand old political party. Therefore, they have started introspecting and they will introspect. Yes, this is what has happened, perhaps one of the, if not the only cause, but this is one of the causes that has happened.
Understand that, Mr. Surjewala.
Yes, it's an important
Mr. Surjewala, please listen to me. This is not me saying, because you always think I'm a resident critic of the Congress party, but this is Omar Abdullah saying, and Omar Abdullah's party member of parliament who always defends you, Mehboob Beig himself saying that, and may I tell you, tweeting as of this minute with the hashtag which we are using on our channel right now is our Twitter hashtag #CongRealityCheck. Using that hashtag on the official NCP Twitter site, I have just been informed by my news editor, and I'm going to read it out, that there is apparently a tweet message which has gone out. What does it say? MP Praful Patel endorses Sharad Pawar's views on Kong Reality Check, published on, and it gives the link to the whole blog article. So you see the voices are coming in from within the UPA, and we'll try and see if we can get Praful Patel on the line. Your response, sir? Mr. Surjewala?
Arnab, I heard Mr. Praful Patel in detail.
Yes.
And all that Shri Praful Patel has said, that yes, introspection is required both in his own party, that is NCP, as also in all other allies, including the Indian National Congress. That is nothing different than what the Congress President herself and the Congress Vice President had said. I also want to give you a quick take on what Mr. Omar Abdullah has said and what Beig Saab just pointed out to you. As far as Rajasthan goes, if to provide medicine to the needy at the grassroots level is soap,
He's
or is
talked
a
about
crime,
crude
then I think
attempts
in
to
a
be
welfare
populist.
state,
He's
all
not talking about
state
individual. He's
governments
talking about
should
he's talking
continue to
about
commit
no,
such
don't make it a
crimes
moral issue.
to help
Nobody
the
is
dying,
questioning that.
to
Meenakshi
help
Lekhi is
the
responding.
needy,
Meenakshi Lekhi. No, nobody is saying don't give medicines to the poor. This is a crude attempt. A crude attempt at populism is what he's speaking about. Mr. Surjewala, Meenakshi Lekhi is rebutting you. Meenakshi Lekhi.
At populism without empowering people. You've not created new jobs. You've not given electricity. You've not given water.
But to say that
no, it's not about winning or losing. You can win and lose elections. But the question is, we all work for serving the people. Have we served the people? We can go wrong. We can make mistakes. But indulging scams you have indulged in the name of giving free this, free that, you are disempowering people. Please understand that. You're not empowering people, you're not creating jobs, your industry
Let her complete, let her complete. Let her complete.
Not up to the
Let her
mark.
complete.
Your water has not reached people.
Let her complete.
Nothing, including urban to rural areas.
Who cannot afford medication.
Let her complete, sir.
State government who reaches out.
Arnab,
Naresh Gujral is also coming into the debate. Mehboob, 1 minute. Mr. Surjewala, please don't nominate the only debate. Let's get the others in.
Naresh. Not do. Whether there is old or new or newly born, everybody needs to be provided the health and healthcare and medication. Unfortunately, you have not done anything on healthcare.
The question tonight is reality check. Reality check. The Congress Vice President is largely silent on prices, largely silent on inflation, largely silent on scams. And these are the issues which are burning issues in this country.
I just want to make a quick point, Rajasthan.
I am not getting into a detailed discussion on Rajasthan at this point of time, Naresh Gujral.
Congratulations, you have won. We will continue to work alongside you as a healthy,
Naresh Gujral,
constructive opposition.
Naresh Gujral, do you think do you see the Congress party changing its approach? No, do you? I can. Mr. Surjewala, you'll have to begin by listening to others, please. 1 second, Mr. Gujral. Mr. Gujral is speaking one at a time. Mr. Gujral.
Material, Mr. Surjewala.
Mr. Gujral now. Mr. Gujral.
People is important.
To call those.
Yes, Mr. Gujral.
Arnab, how can the Vice President of the Congress Party speak about scams? Who were the beneficiaries of the scams? The Congress members, their cronies, their friends, and indirectly the party. So how do you expect him to speak? Please be reasonable. You're not being reasonable at all tonight. Be fair to the party.
No, I also want to add one line.
The government in Punjab is facing today one of the biggest land scams in which their senior ministers and colleagues of Shri Gujral are accused.
Mr. Surjewala, I think land scam, you should talk about Huda government before you go to any other state. I only have one line to add to what Mr. Gujral has said, and that is that in all these scams,
you have given the state on a platter to a member of the ruling family.
Why has CBI or any other police agency not tracked the money? We've all heard.
No, apart from that, what have you done? You have given the state to a member of the ruling family.
Incidentally,
why don't you investigate that scam?
No, Mr. Surjewala, listen to what's happening around the country. There are three things people are angry about. Mr. Surjewala, I'll tell you, I sense three things if you allow me to speak, please, Mr. Surjewala, because it's very difficult.
Unfortunately, there are three of you speaking today, and I can only answer one at a time.
Mr. Surjewala, there are three things. One, people are angry about corruption and scams. In the UPA 2 government, in the time of UPA 2, and the attitude of the UPA 2 that the media is responsible in talking about these are actually not scams. That's one. Today, I hope you realize who's right and who's wrong and what people think. Second, people are furious about prices and they are furious about inflation and the fact that, you have taken away food from their plate. And they are upset about the attitude of politicians who say the middle class complains too much. That middle class has today spoken about. The third thing people are angry about is the culture of entitlement. Politics is my jagir and I will have it. Dynasties have to be accountable. Now, I want to ask you this, that till recently, Rahul Gandhi has been against quick change. he has been against quick change. Today he says, I'm going to get aggressive with my party. And he says, I'm going to aggressively empower the people, etc., etc. During the Chintan Shivir, is it true or not, Mr. Surjewala, that Rahul Gandhi said, work has to be done with due thought, with depth, in a long term, but never fast, but not fast. He said, I have been in politics for 9 years and I understand one thing, that things cannot be done fast. Work cannot be done fast. Now, when he was speaking that status quoist line, saying that change cannot happen fast, work cannot be done fast, it needs to be done long term and in depth. How does he change his approach today? One. Secondly, Mr. Surjewala, and allow me to complete this question. This whole line...
Let me answer that
Now, you give me a brief answer and I have a question number two. Brief answer.
Go to the second question.
Yeah. You want to take the second question?
Yes, let me very briefly give you the answer to the first one. This is typically quoting him out of context.
Absolutely
Mr.
not.
Rahul Gandhi, no, absolutely, I completely respectfully disagree with you. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has changed the organization. He has repeatedly said, we need to deliver.
If you've changed the organization, then why do you want to change it again?
And we need to deliver fast.
If you've changed the organization...
What you are quoting is, when what Rahul Gandhi ji quoted, utilization of experience of elders along with the enthusiasm of the youth. So please do not quote him out of context.
If you've changed the organization, allow me.
Cannot be.
If you've changed the organization,
cannot be given away.
Sir, please, A.K. Antony.
Enthusiasm always cannot replace the
Sir,
experience.
A.K. Antony did.
It has to be a
Sir, there was an A.K. Antony committee. There was an A.K. Antony committee which was formed to review the performance of the Congress in the 5 elections. Manipur, where it won, Uttarakhand, where it barely won, Punjab, where you lost, Uttar Pradesh, where you were routed, and Goa, where you were beaten. Okay, and that committee gave 100% clean chit to Rahul Gandhi, and it only said that because there is a lack of access between party cadre and the state cadre is one of the reasons for the defeat. It also spoke about perceptions of corruption, an issue Rahul Gandhi has not addressed. Price rise, an issue Rahul Gandhi has not addressed. Wrong ticket distribution, an issue which Rahul Gandhi should take responsibility for. Terrible organizational structure on the ground, which you say has been addressed. Now, the only thing which we are hearing after today's meeting of the Congress party is that heads will roll. But then these are the same heads you appointed. So after each election, you'll throw away a few heads in order to ensure that you don't come under fire. And by the way, Mr. Randeep Surjewala, this whole power is poison approach. The reluctant leader image is not impressing the people, perhaps. You know, don't you feel people need a real leader they can connect with, not somebody who has a monastic power is poison approach towards politics?
Arnab, there are two things we
who's
completely
getting
forget.
beheaded and who's causing
In
the headache?
2004, under Shiromani Sonia Gandhi, it is the same Indian National Congress that was voted to power. In 2009, under Sonia ji and Rahul ji, we were again voted to power. Since 2009, let me remind you, there have been about 29 elections, if my facts are right. Congress has won 9 out of them. BJP, if you include yesterday's 3, has only won 7. And we just won under Shri Rahul Gandhi the elections of Karnataka, elections to the state of Himachal Pradesh, to Uttarakhand and Meghalaya. Yes, we lost in those 4 states.
So
where BJP won 3, there is hung assembly in 1. But we will introspect, we will learn the necessary lessons.
Is there any problem? No, so Rahul Gandhi has done nothing wrong.
Many ups and downs.
Okay, so basic point is Rahul Gandhi has done nothing wrong.
No.
Nothing wrong can be ascribed to Rahul Gandhi.
You are either twisting or not understanding what I am saying.
No, I'm asking you a question, not what I'm asking you. Do you think Rahul Gandhi, basically there's no mistake of Rahul Gandhi's here? Everybody else has made some mistake and Rahul Gandhi will assess what those mistakes are. But there is no mistake, there is no negative approach, there is nothing wrong with Rahul Gandhi, his vote catching ability, his charisma, his appeal among the people, his correct among the people, his organizational approach. Everything about Rahul Gandhi is right. And all the mistakes are somewhere else in the Congress party. Is that what you're saying?
Arnab, there is no person in the world who does not learn every day. There is no person in the world who doesn't commit a mistake. But great are those who learn from their mistakes,
who
have an open mind to change.
Okay.
What the Congress Vice President yesterday said, please let me complete, give me a moment. What the Congress Vice President, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, categorically, specifically yesterday said, was of a great encouragement to the entire party cadre and also reflected the way
Responses.
Congress is going to look at
I asked a
policies,
question.
perceptions again.
I asked a question.
And he categorically said,
I asked a question.
that Congress will work harder towards empowering the people.
Sir,
Congress will work harder towards
Sir, you-
becoming the voice
Sir,
of people with greater force.
Sir, you-
Congress is neither disheartened by its defeat.
Sir, you-
Congress is neither disillusioned.
Mr. Surjewala, we are
will
going to get
communicate
responses.
better. We
Mr.
will
Surjewala,
work
we will
better.
take-
We will work
we
at
have-
grassroots.
we have
and
couple
we
of-
will also ensure
couple
that
of minutes
that
left.
the commonest of people
no,
find a greater
couple of minutes
voice
left.
in the organization.
Couple of minutes left. I'd like to remind you that in Madhya Pradesh,
that is what
in
the
Madhya
Congress Vice
Pradesh,
President said.
in Madhya Pradesh, 91 of your 228 candidates had criminal cases. 50 are charged with serious crimes. In Rajasthan, 28 out of 199. In Delhi, 15 out of 70. Out of them, 1 out of every 2 is charged. No, listen to me, Mr. Surjewala. These are tickets which have been distributed by your party, with your party, which was promising a clean-up. I am only telling you, maybe you can recognize that people have rejected that form of politics.
Bharatiya Janata Party government.
A response,
Bharatiya
Meenakshi
Janata
Lekhi, last word.
Had the largest number of
Last word to
criminal
Meenakshi
candidates
Lekhi.
in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. And I quote
Last
you,
word to
Arnab.
Meenakshi Lekhi, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, last word.
You have been unfair.
Mr.
You should have
Surjewala,
counted even
so many
many-
cases which
Okay.
get
should have counted
reported,
from
which get
BJP and
closed,
Akali Dal as well.
which CBI closes down. Have you counted those cases? And I'll tell you some. There is Ajit Singh
Okay.
case which is still pending, and that case was closed by the CBI. There's another case which included 31 members in Jharkhand, which is again closed by the CBI.
Okay,
Throughout the country, there are cases where Congress could have been indicted and taken to task, but you have not conducted your business in terms of law, and the case is closed. And
totally short of time now.
Institutional structure.
Totally short of time. I know this debate can continue for some time. But I thank you all.
What you have caused is due to scams.
I thank you all.
What is this?
And take the responsibility.
I thank you all for joining me. Meenakshi Lekhi, Randeep Surjewala, Mehboob Beig and Nalesh Gujral. The question is, the time has come for a reality check. I know what Mr. Surjewala says here today may not be what's happening behind closed doors, but those issues of price rise and corruption are issues which the Congress party leadership will now have to address in greater detail. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.